captured. Enemy claimed Zone A.
2 for 1.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage.
The past week or so, I've been playing around with the Shadebinder in PvP, along with the Osmiomancy Gloves, and my favorite Glaive right now, the Nezarec Whisper from the current season of The Haunted. And I've been getting this question a lot on stream. People are asking, why do you like the Nezarec Whisper over the Enigma when the Enigma has better stats, yada, yada, yada. And it really does come down to this basic fundamental truth, is that I think Nezarec Whisper looks cooler, and so I use it. And it's really that simple. I know that seems really shallow, but quite honestly, that's like my approach to gaming, is not so much about optimization as much as it is about just liking your experience, and that's why I choose Nezarec Whisper. So I figured I'd get that out of the way right off the rip. But what I'm coming to is this realization that these Glaive builds, they just might become a problem if we let them go unchecked. In the background, you're going to be seeing the cadence that I landed on for PvP. I have 3 different ways of freezing enemies between my 2 charges of the enhanced cold snap grenades, courtesy of the exotic gauntlets, the Osmiomancy Gloves. I've got the penumbral blast melee ability. I've got the frost pulse rift ability that freezes enemies in close proximity to me when I pop my rift. And I'll be sure to include a brief little moment in the video where I just kind of show you every part of this build, just kind of going over the aspects and fragments, armor, etc., so that you can see that too if you're looking to replicate something like this. Now, I use this wide variety of freezing methods to offset the one and only real drawback to Glaives in PvP, and that's that you have to deal damage with the special ammo charged projectile from the Glaive before you can activate the shield. So I just simply asked the question, well, what if they just can't fight back during my first shot? That way I can charge up the shield without getting killed before I have the chance to activate it. And that is basically the whole design philosophy behind this build. Get a free first shot, and then you can start chaining kills like a madman. At one point in this video, you're going to see me go on this like 10 kill streak on Anomaly that took all of 28 seconds to pull off. It's lightning fast the way that you can turn a 1v2, a 1v3, or even a 1v4 into a multi-kill or a kill streak. And you can even shut down, I shut down so many supers, I'm going to include that in the video, you kind of have to be looking for it. There's a lot of times where I'm literally waiting in a corner for somebody in a roaming super to approach the corner to kill me, like a golden gun or a sentinel on Anomaly. And I put that rift down, and it freezes them in their tracks, and I get that free damage. Then I can put up the shield, negate 70% of their damage, and just start blasting them away. It's crazy fun, but it's also kind of insane. Like, the thing is that with the Osmiomancy Gloves, I've got lots of cold snaps. I'm running tier 10 discipline for maximum grenade usage. I'm running tier 10 recovery for maximum rift usage. And when I freeze someone, a seeker is going to leave them and go look for another person to freeze per my aspects and fragments, so that I can just chain relentlessly with this build. And it's kind of making me really appreciate Shadebinder in the current meta. A lot of times people are dodge rolling, they're putting down their rifts, they're putting down their barricades, or just getting shot enough to activate Lordly Splendor so that they can get this big boost of healing. So you have to do enough damage to kill 3 people in order to kill 1 person. In the game right now, it's kind of obnoxious. I'm growing to appreciate Shadebinder because of the way that it literally just says, well, what if I make it so that you can't do anything? You can't heal yourself if you can't do anything. And that's really why I'm enjoying Shadebinder right now. But all of that brings me to this question, and it's ironic because I've been working on this video for about a week now, and the day that I'm looking to post it is the same day that Cool Guy brings up the same topic, ironically, on his channel. And so I swear, Cool Guy, if you're watching this video, I'm not copying you, I promise you, brother. But the question is this: are Glaives going to be a problem? And I think the answer is a very strong maybe, borderline probably, bordering on probably. Here's the thing, the Glaive shield gives massive damage resistance. It's not just an overshield. You can negate 70% of incoming damage when that shield is up. And a lot of times, I'm getting 2 full shots into someone after freezing them without activating the shield. So I can go into my next duel with a very long shield duration and just walk people down. The most challenging part about all this really is just managing your reloads. So I'm running 2 Glaive holster mods to keep the Glaive reloading over time when I stow it. So if I feel like I can't hold still after a duel, maybe I clean somebody up, I get my 2 Glaive shots into them, I hit the bottom of the Glaive magazine, and there's more red on the radar, and I know the danger is imminent. A lot of times I'll just switch to the hand cannon. I'll switch to, you know, whatever my other weapon is, in this case the hand cannon, and run away and kite as I need to, and I know that the Glaive will be reloading itself as I have it holstered. At the end of the day, my concern is that this level of damage resistance with this amount of firepower, with this amount of freezing potential to keep you from running or priming with grenades, I mean, it all has the potential to be extremely oppressive and characteristically unfun to play against. And I know that Glaive apologists are going to come out of the woodwork and accuse me of being a ruiner of fun. I do understand that. I don't want to sound like I'm unsympathetic to that. I know they're going to want me to just let something be strong that isn't a shotgun and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But at the same time, I don't want Destiny to become unfun. We're already struggling with some really unfun dynamics right now in PvP. I ideally prefer a version of Destiny where things can be strong but not soul-sucking. And I feel like any build that relies on immobilizing your opponent and negating their damage output is exactly that. It's soul-sucking. It's unfun to play against. I know there were so many times where I was playing this build and I thought to myself, I'm having fun, but I can't imagine that the other people are. And I got teabagged ferociously while using this build. I just got I think that it was getting underneath people's skin. One of these matches in the gameplay in the background is a match on Anomaly where I queued into the match with a team of 3 on my team, but by the time that we actually loaded into the match at 0-0 score and started moving, that 3 stack had quit out and it left us in a 3v6. And 2 of the guys in the other team were these teabagging hand cannon shotgun hunters. And while it felt good, I also understand why they were bagging. Because in this 3v6, this is the one where I opened up the match with that 10 kill streak in 28 seconds. I ended up dropping 50 kills, came from behind when the game finally gave us replacements for the 3 guys that left. We came from behind and ended up winning this match. And, you know, 2 guys in the other team, the 2 teabaggers dropped 35 kills apiece. It's not like they struggled. They were fragging out. But we came from behind. I dropped a 50 kill game with the Glaive, and 25 of my 50 defeats were 25 final blows, not assists, but final blows were with the Glaive itself. So that speaks to just how oppressive it kind of was. 50 kills on Anomaly, half of them being final blows with the Glaive. Had to have been unfun to play against, and I'm perceptive enough to, and honest enough to admit that. So as you watch the gameplay in the background, I want you to objectively consider this question. Is this okay? Is this something I would enjoy playing against? Is this, for all intents and purposes, a fair approach to PvP? And let me know in the comments section what you think. Now, I don't mind the idea of Glaives being popular or even meta. And on top of that, I would say that this playstyle is beyond fun. It's borderline addicting. I couldn't wait to log back in and use this build. I had an absolute riot running this build. So I don't want to take away the fun of running Glaives, but I do think that we might benefit from revisiting the damage resistance and finding a way to temper that a little bit before it gets out of hand. Destiny players are just so used to using one-shot special weapons that they've been slow to pick up on the utility of Glaives, but once they do, and once they start to get good at them, it's going to be a potential PvP crisis, I think, and I don't mean to be overdramatic, but I really do think that. So where do you stand? What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. And thanks so much for stopping by the channel and watching the video today. If you enjoyed it, hey, would you consider leaving a like on the video, as that's the best free way to support content creators here on YouTube. And feel free to subscribe for additional Destiny PvP content and also live streams. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
Down. together as one. I love it. Double down. Ikora would be proud.